Why anyone who goes to Saturn will never come back. Saturn rises from the dark like a myth made of ice and wind. Beautiful, lethal. The kind of place that promises wonder and quietly erases any plan to return. Start with the map. Saturn orbits roughly 1 to 1.5 billion kilometers out. Even on the fastest, efficient trajectory, you're months to years from home, once the window opens and only if you catch it. Then comes the delta V wall, change in velocity. You must burn to leave Earth, burn again to slow into Saturn orbit, and burn once more to come home. Each bar on the gauge climbs past red. Fuel you didn't bring is a ticket you can't punch. But suppose you keep going, chasing the planet itself. What would you land on? Nothing. Saturn is a gas giant, hydrogen and helium without a solid ground. Down is only deeper. A descent becomes a fall into pressure and heat. Cloud decks slip by. The numbers climb at the frame's edge, degrees rising, atmosphere stacking. The hull groans. The light dims. Then the black closes in. Saturn's beauty hides weather fit for giants. Hydrogen winds shear like knives. Ammonia ices whip into bands. Rare planet-spanning tempests, the Great White Spot, crackle with lightning that turns night into brief noon. Entry is not a landing. It's surrender. Even if you aim for orbit, the rings are a shimmering minefield. Ice and rock from dust motes to boulders, all moving fast. One grain at highway speed is a bullet. A cloud is a shotgun blast. Thought experiment. You line up a landing burn. Instruments hunt a horizon that doesn't exist. Altitude reads undefined. Velocity rising. Warnings bloom red. You are aiming at air that gets harder than rock. Radiation isn't Jupiter level here, but Saturn still hums with charged belts. They sandblast electronics, creep into wiring, and chip away at time. Shielding buys days. It doesn't buy forever, and it is cold. Deep space cold. Sunlight out here is weak, just a faded coin. Solar panels starve. Real missions rely on nuclear batteries or reactors, sipping heat to keep hearts beating. Now the bill for coming home. Capture burns eat propellant. Life support eats mass. Return burns demand the rest. With today's technology and budgets, a true there and back for people is almost a fantasy. Communications lag by over an hour, round trip. When systems hiccup, no one can talk you through it in time. Autonomy is mandatory. Failure is lonely. The rings tempt you to thread the gaps. The gaps answer with dust storms at orbital speed. Guidance jitters. Micro impacts ping the hull like sleet on steel. Beneath those bands, the winds howl. Vertical shear tears layers apart. Clouds boil and braid, then vanish into deeper, hotter night. Downward is destiny. Maybe you think the moons. Titan wears an orange sky and methane lakes that glint like cold mirrors. Enceladus throws geysers of salt and ice into space. They call to explorers, but even there, return is heavy. Titan's thick air helps you descend, then punishes ascent. Enceladus is easier to leave yet far to reach. Every kilogram you bring to go back multiplies cost at Earth. Robots thrive here. People, not yet. Our probes sip power, endure radiation, and wait out winters the length of Earth years. They don't need a ride home. So why does almost no one come back? From the idea, from the plan. Because Saturn demands everything. Time, fuel, shielding, heat, redundancy, patience. And then it asks for more. The truth isn't that return is impossible. It's that with today's technology and economics, it's barely practical. A mission that could bring you home would be vast, complex, and breathtakingly expensive. Recap: distance that eats years, delta V that eats fuel, no surface to land on, rings that bite, storms that break, radiation that whispers, cold that starves your power. moons that tempt and trap your mass budget. Out here, the sun is a pale coin and Earth a memory. The delay in your headset ticks on. The planet turns, unconcerned. And yet, look at it. Gold rings over blue-black night, terror and beauty sharing a border. For now, we send machines. We return with data and wonder. We come back in stories.